Mr. Arnold Barboza Jr., how are you today, my friends?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Feeling good, recovering, and feeling great, man.
Yeah, so as that caption says right there, you are the newly crowned WBO International Champion. How are you feeling today? You got that strap, that nice little strap around your waist. How does it feel? Feeling any good? Tell me about that.
Yeah, it feels good, man. It was a hard-earned victory, over a tough opponent, so it makes it that much better, man. I looked at this fight almost like a championship fight, because it's gonna propel me into bigger things. So I'm happy, man. Juiced up.
Yeah, I like that word, the juiced up. You gotta feel that in the veins and everything. No, you gotta explain to me the feeling first. I saw how you ran to the corner. You're happy. You're getting hugged and everything, and then you get that strap around your waist. What's the feeling after that successful run?
Man, it's like it's crazy. It's like it's a can't really explain it, man. It's a happy feeling, because hard work you put in the gym, so having that, man, the reward is just it just feels great, man. It feels good.
So you've had many victories in your career, but this one it was your second time actually capturing a belt. But what's the difference between? It's a silly question, but what's the difference? Is it a difference in feeling when you have that strap around your waist opposed to just one of those regular wins?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was a good feeling when I got my other title as well. Yeah, they're smaller titles, but they're this one was meant a lot. So it's gonna put me in in a higher level, and beating the guy I beat, that was the greatest feeling. So it's just a great feeling, man, all around.
Okay, so you beat this guy. He's 30-1 before you meet him in the ring. 30-1, and you're 25-0. So those are two crazy records. Possibly could have been the main event. But how do you feel after being in there 10 full rounds, 30 minutes with Alex Saucedo?
It felt good. It felt good, man. I mean, like, you know, uh, I came out and we had, I think we had a good fight, man, a good little war. So I woke up a little sore, but I'm pretty sure he did too. So it was great, man. It was a great fight.
Was it the same kind of sore from other fights, or was it a little bit extra this time?
No, it's almost the same.
All right.
You get sore, all around. So it's pretty much the same. I did allow myself to get hit with a little more punches than I usually do, but it was me allowing it. It wasn't like it was just him being that good. It was just me allowing the fight to take place like that. But it was a good fight, man. I'm glad the way it turned out the way it did.
So it was a very, very up, like a boost in your career, I guess, facing such a high caliber opponent. And you got another belt. But on the topic of the belts, you're 25-0. You accomplished another title. Did the second title feel as good as the first one, or was the feeling mutual?
It was mutual, man. But it just I think it had a little more better feeling to it because the stakes were higher and the opponent that I fought was more up there. So it felt a little better, but every fight from now on, it's gonna feel even better than this one did. So we're just excited for the future.
So the fight was on the Loma Lopez card, as we talked about. So you had someone like Teofimo Lopez, who is now 16-0 against a very high caliber opponent, and Vasily Lomachenko, who is 14-2. They main evented your card. However, you are here at 25-0, haven't tasted defeat yet. What steps do you take to become the main event slot in another card, I guess?
Well, I think after this fight, it propels me to that level, that main event. Like I said, this fight could have been a main event on any other card. It would have been a main event on any other card. The co-main event being a co-main event on this big card it was like anyone whoever else was in the co-main event would have been a main event fighter. You know what I mean? So I think this was a main event fight, and from now on, it will probably be main event most likely.
Yeah, so I believe it was your second time in the bubble, correct?
Yeah. Second time.
So explain to me, you have the knowledge, I guess, the second time around in the bubble, how everything works. But how weird is it fighting in what they call the bubble?
Not weird at all, man. I mean, I liked it. You know, I mean, I like the only part I didn't like is really you can't really do anything. You're just in your room,
Hmm.
stuck in there. But it's pretty good. I mean, at the end of the day, when you fight, you're zoning out and you're fighting. It's a fight. You're not there, to the fans. I mean, the fans, you have to give you extra like that extra energy boost. But it doesn't matter, man. At the end of the day, you're fighting, you're zoning out. So to me, it was the same thing.
And I believe it made it even bigger this time because you were co-main eventing, like you mentioned, the Loma Lopez card, as we talked about in the beginning as well. What are your overall thoughts on that? How did you see it play out in your boxer's opinion, I guess?
It was good. I think we gave the fans a good so-called appetizer before the main event. For the main course meal. So we did our part. I think we did our part definitely. Main event, people have the different opinions about it. I liked it, but I think we did our part.
So did you think that Lomachenko was a little bit slow starter, and do you think that affected him in this bout against Lopez?
Of course, I think Loma's slow starting affected him, but I also think that Loma felt the power of Teofimo. Maybe didn't want to open up. I mean, it could have been various things. I mean, they say he got surgery on his shoulder, so I mean, I don't know. It could be a lot of stuff, man. I mean, who knows? Only he knows and his team. I mean, so shout out to Teofimo, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need another opinion here. Is this fact true that boxers and fighters never enter a fight 100% clean with no injuries or nothing?
Oh, that's 100% true, man. Our training camps are so brutal, man. Like they're the sparring sessions are crazy. At least mine are, and a fighter, it's always a hand injury. It's always something, that your fighter goes in not 100%. So it can't be too many excuses. You know what I mean?
So now we gotta do everyone's favorite part here. We gotta do the quick commercial. Sheath underwear, the most comfortable, breathable, colorful undies on planet Earth. Use code GRIND20 for 20% off on your next purchase. All right, so as I was doing my research, I saw that BoxRec was telling me you only had one amateur bout. Now I know that can't be true, but is that true?
Nah,
I didn't
not at
think so.
all. I had around like 60, 70 around there.
Okay. And like, what was a rough record of that?
I'm not sure, man. To remember, I know I had like maybe like 10 to 12 losses, maybe around there. I don't really remember. I was young when I had all those fights, but I know when I did come back to the amateurs, when I came back after high school, I fought like around 10 times and I lost once, I think, and the only
Okay.
loss I had was in the USA Nationals tournament. So that was it. Yeah.
Can't complain there, I guess. So you gotta tell me, you have someone like Lomachenko, crazy amateur record, 396-1, blah blah. But in your opinion, what do you think a decent amount of fights for someone to go from amateur to professional should be?
To be honest, I don't think there's a number you can put on it. But it's just the experience, and some fighters do better in pro than doing amateur. Some do better in amateur than doing pro. It's just I don't think it's a number thing. I think it's just on the fighter himself. So some fighters they're so good at amateur, but when they go pro, you don't really hear about them anymore. But and some
Hmm.
are the opposite. Some don't even have amateur records, and then they go to pro, and then they have a great pro career. So it's just the fighter and the hard work and the discipline of a fighter.
All right, so we got two questions before we let you go. The first one is the prediction for Inoue Maloney. Are you gonna be watching that fight?
Can hear that.
Can you hear us all right?
Yeah. I'm good now.
All right, so we got to get the prediction for Inoue versus Maloney.
Oh man, it's gonna be a good fight. I met the Maloney brothers after my fight. Actually, his last fight, and they're cool dudes.
Hmm.
Real cool dudes. I'm rooting for them. My heart's with the Maloney twin, but Anu's a different animal too, man. So we'll see. I never seen Anu fight, in person over here. So we'll see, man. It's gonna be a good fight.
All right, so before we let you go here, you got to leave us with one interesting topic about the WBO International Champion, Arnold Barboza Jr.
As in what? I mean, I don't know.
Uh,
uh,
some kind of fact that not many people know today.
type of fact.
Could have been something growing up that you did that not many people know, something you do now that not many people know, a ritual, some kind of funky thing.
I'm a big Eminem's fan. Before my fight, before my fights, after the weigh-ins, after my food and all that, I eat a big bag of M&Ms, like a big one. So
Really,
I'm
the extra
constantly
large kind.
24/7, 24/7 have a bag of M&Ms in my hand.
All right, so that brings us
The
to our next
peanut,
one
peanut
then,
kind, the yellow
the
kind.
peanut kind. All right, so what is
Yeah,
the best color, or do they all taste the same?
they all taste good to me, man. I don't care about the colors. They all taste good.
So it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter to me.
Alrighty, my man. So before we let you go, we got to give you the opportunity to thank anyone who has helped you along your journey. The floor is all yours.
I just want to thank all the support that I've had since day one. All my sponsors. Top Rank, ESPN. I just want to thank all the fans, man. All the new fans I got and all the old fans. Appreciate you guys and stay tuned. Hope to become world champion soon.
So we'll be looking forward to that. I appreciate you joining us for today. And we got to give a shout out to the father, Mr. Arnold Barboza Sr.
Yes, sir. He's right here next to me too.
Alrighty. I love it. You got the same names and everything.
Yeah.
Alrighty, my man. You take care then.
I appreciate you, man. All right.
See ya. So there he was, Arnold Barboza Jr., the 25-0 WBO International Champion. So we hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Stay tuned for next week as we're going to drop a little info right now. We will be speaking with TSN's own Aaron Bronsteter. So stay tuned for that. We'll be seeing you guys on next week's episode of Behind the Grind.